it's Nancy today. Well, I wanted to show you a heronry. Now, blue herons have nests up in trees. They may not look like they're going to be having nests in trees, but they do. And what they'll do is they'll find a whole group of trees, often they're dead, maybe in a marsh or something, and they'll build a nest, lots of sticks, way up high. And then in the fall, as you drive by, in the summer as you drive by, you'll often see one or two herons there, and they're laying on their eggs, right? They're sitting on their eggs. But then as the time goes on, then there's the young herons in the nest. So there's a heronry in a group of trees. We're on the New York State Thruway, near the Geneva exit. There's a service center called Junius Ponds. And just before that, as you're heading west, is a woods with a heronry in it. So let me see if I can find this heronry for you. It's coming up. There, I think that's it over there. See all those trees that look kind of dead? Well, they likely are dead. And in them, okay, Willem, if you could just pause a little bit. Now, the herons, the nests are over there. See them? It's hard to show you. It's okay, Willem, don't worry.
They're there.
But there are quite a few over there. The front trees are moving fast, but were you able to see them? I hope so. If you slow the video down, you can see them. And I have other videos where I've shown you nests with herons in them. I don't know, there must have been about 20 or 30 of them. They just kept going by. There were so many. And the ones, there's one that I often drive past, and it used to have lots of trees, lots of nests, but many of the dead trees have fallen, and so there's just a few left, and so of course less herons. But this one's got so many more than the one I know. But anyway, so I'll link this video with the other video about the heronry. Look, there was a one I did just the other day about it, this same heronry, or I just told you about it. But I'll link it with the one with the herons in the heronry that I did in the summertime. Okay, see you later, bye. I have to show you the moon. It's rising. Hey, where'd it go?
Behind the trees. Let's see it again,
There it is. YouTube fixes the bounce. Of ducks or geese. Maybe they're brant. Probably canopies. We're at Syracuse. Which lake is in Syracuse? one of the 5 Finger Lakes, I think. Uh-oh. Where'd we go? Where did our moon go?
Behind the trees.
Could be where it's red, I think. It's not red over there. We're on the New York State Thruway. Onondaga Lake. Now then, where'd that moon go? That's not the moon. Well, this is Liverpool. As we turn onto I-81 North, we'll see it. There it is, over there. It's gotten redder. Lockheed Martin. Somewhere. There it is. The cow jumped over the moon. The moon was very low at the horizon, and the cow jumped. And it appeared that the cow was jumping over the moon. I never thought about that before. Did you know that the cow jumped over the moon, or is this news to you? Let's see, how does that go? Baa baa black sheep and the cow jumped over the moon. Now, how does it go, Willem?
There's a note here.
There was a little cow, and he wanted to... Is this the same one as the guy hanging the little... Oh yeah, the light stick? Jack Sprat jumped over the lights.
Not so.
Jack jumped over the candlestick, and the cow jumped over the moon. Jack Sprat could eat no fat, and the cow jumped over the moon.
Right. You could give lessons in English schools in Britain.
We're gonna just come right around and see the moon.
Okay, can you count, see how much change we have?
The moolah. The American moolah.
American.
Now wait, I'm filming the moon. I haven't got time for things like this. Something about the cow and the moon. Watch where we're going.
I know, somewhere there the cow jumped over. But I don't know what could be.
Oh, there was a plate with a fork and a spoon, and they ran away, and the cow jumped over the moon. The fork and the spoon, they ran away, and the cow jumped over the moon.
Something like it, yeah. Yeah, it rings a bell.
Somebody was saying that somebody works for Schneider's, and we may have seen Schneider's trucks. There's a Schneider's truck. That's probably her husband.
Okay, so there we are.
So here's some American change.
Okay, well that isn't... I'm going to give him a 5. Here we go. Oops. very good. You.
There's all your change.
Okay, put it back.
Oh, yeah, more change.
Thank you. I'll put it in back too.
The reason you have change is for paying this very thing.
Okay, now I have some bills as well.
Okay, so there was a plate and a spoon, a plate and the fork and the spoon, and the cow jumped over the moon. The plate ran away with the spoon, and the cow jumped over the moon.
No, I think the fork ran away with the spoon.
The fork ran away with the spoon?
I think it was the fork.
And the cow jumped over the moon.
Yeah, I think so.
Did the cow jump over the moon before the fork ran away with the spoon?
No, I think the cow jumping over the moon, I think, came in the end. And I don't know what is in between.
The fork ran away with the spoon,
yeah,
and the cow jumped over the moon.
Yeah, something like that.
Jack Sprat could eat no fat, and the cow and the spoon, they
Whatever.
jumped over the moon. Jack Sprat, he got out his spoon and he tried to eat the moon, but the cow jumped right over him, knocked the spoon out of his hand, and the spoon ran away with the fork. Look at, now we're going to Mattydale area. But now I thought that the moon was going to be right ahead of us. But I think we left the moon back there. How could that be? There it is, over there. Okay, so we've got a spoon and a fork, and then a cow. And I think there was a little Jack Horner jumped over the candlestick holder. Jack and the candlestick. There was a candlestick, and there was Jack. And there was a plate with a fork and a spoon, and there was a cow with the moon. Right? Have I got it right yet?
See, I'm not too knowledgeable on this.
Well, it's a good thing you've got me along to help you out with this. Once there was a moon. I saw a beautiful moon. We were in Ottawa. It was beautiful, perfectly round. And I zoomed in on it, and I saw it was an advertisement. There was a label on it. There was a word right across it. Hey, look, there's TJ Maxx. They have the most awesome 500 count sheets for $38. I don't know if you think that's cheap, but in Canada, that is cheap. You can't get a sheet with 500 count. The best you can get is 200, and it'll cost you $90. Maybe I'm wrong. I have been wrong before, and it was not the first time then, and it won't be the last time now. Right, he says, knowingly.
No, I was paying attention to the speed I was going, and I noticed that I should lay down, slow down. And so I said, right.
Right. Now here we have the... Okay, we've got to remember this. Jack jumped over the candlestick. Was it Jack that jumped over the candlestick?
Or was it Jill?
No, not Jill. Somebody jumped over the candlestick.
Or was it Jack and Jean?
Peter jumped over... Was it Peter?
Peter was a pumpkin eater.
Peter the pumpkin eater checked out the moon and got the spoon. Thought it was a pumpkin. He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum. He said, oh man, that's a full moon. And the cow jumped right over him. I like laughing at my jokes. I'm the funniest person in the car.
And so she is.
Where's that moon? There it is, over there. You may wonder how much longer we're going to be trying to check out this moon. Okay, candlestick. I wonder if he got burned when he was jumping over the candlestick. I wonder if his foot caught it and it fell down and burned his house down. Oh yeah, there's one about the house on fire and they all run out. Rompe mokum, cedar in there, cedar in there. Jack, 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 don't kick over the candlestick. Rompe mokum. Cedar in there, cedar in there. Brown, 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 brown. Entare sin water. You got it, and there is no water. The moon is on fire.
racing. The moon is going so fast. Racing to get out of my way. He does not want me to see him. So I gotta remember that. And is there a song to it with the cow jumping over the moon? And the cow jumped over the moon.
I don't think there is, but you never know. You don't want to put it to
Plate ran away with the spoon. And the cow jumped over the moon.
Jumped over the candlestick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. How does it go?
Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick.
Yes!
Jack, jump over the
Yes!
I remember it. Just remember it.
He got it. Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. Jack, jump over the candlestick. Does that have anything to do with the plate and the moon?
Does it?
I don't think so. It's a totally separate rhyme. I think it's all there too, but I don't think we got it right. And the cow jumped over the moon is something else.
Plate ran away with the spoon and the cow jumped over. The cow jumped over the moon and the plate ran away with the spoon. I think the plate ran away with the spoon after the cow jumped over the moon. I think
you're right, actually, now that you mention it.
Yeah. Well, is that any surprise?
No, of course not. No. How would I have ever thought?
So well trained. Such a good husband. Okay, so now we got it down. The cow jumped over something, and the cow jumped over the moon.
Actually,
and the
I think there's six lines to it.
Six
line,
lines.
The cow jumped over the moon. Line. Wait, with the spoon. I think so.
Did this lose an arm?
No, it did not. It's just asleep.
Something. Cow jumped over the moon. Something. Plate ran away with the spoon. I know as soon as I post this, somebody is going to fill it all right in and it'll go like, oh, of course, I remember that. That's simple.
Or you can just look it up and Google it.
I could Google it if I don't have a phone with the internet on it. We'll have to stop at that McDonald's right there for this very important purpose. Exit 31 and exit 32.
Exit 31 has a play place.
I bet one of the mothers will know the tune, the rhyme.
Well, I could change there.
You could change there and I could find out.
Is it dark enough for me to change?
No.
Okay, then we have to go.
We have to drive until it's dark so that we can get as far as we can before we end up in the dark in the snow. If it snows. It may not snow. Alright, well there's the moon we've been watching. It's getting smaller. It's shrinking. The case of the shrinking moon. You know why the moon gets small as it gets higher? Well, it's because heat rises. But as the heat of the moon rises, it gives off its heat, and so it shrinks. You know, when things are... What's the... Yeah, there's what's that word about getting smaller when it gets cold? What's that called?
It gets smaller when it gets cold.
Yeah, it'll get cold.
Shrink.
So it shrinks when it gets colder. So as it's rising, it's losing all of its heat, and it's shrinking. It's shrinking. The higher it goes, you see it's started to shrink a little bit. Wait till it's way up high. It'll be really tiny. And of course, as it starts to sink later in the morning, it will again gain heat. It will receive heat from the earth, and it'll get fatter. It'll swell up with all that nice heat, and it'll give those warm colors. You know, when the moon gets really high in the sky and it no longer looks beautiful and warm like it does right now. No, it'll start looking just white. Start looking as white as a star. Just as white as snow. Icy cold, icy cold. That's right, there it goes. Now you can see it over Oneida Lake. See how high it's getting? See how white it's gotten? Yes, indeed. This is a very shaky moon. I guess he's doing the moon dance. Reminds me of when you look at how many moons there are when it shakes like that. It's dozens of moons. He's going so fast, it's a blur. Cops can't ticket what they can't see. Well, that was the moon, and you saw